Hello. How is it going, everybody? Let me get the volume knob here. Make sure everything's turned up good and loud. All right. Got a lot of you coming in quickly. Welcome to the first break on through of 2021. Will 2021 be better than 2020? You would think there's nowhere to go but up, but not always the case. I guess we'll just wait around and see. As you all know, I am Jeff Clayton, the unimpeachable president for life. Boy, man, all of you showed up quickly. I can't even say hello to everybody. It's moving so fast. But hello, everybody. Last week, I mentioned I would do the history of the COS thing this week. Well, I lied. I'm not doing it this week. Why am I not doing it this week? Why did I tell you I would and now I'm not? It's something you may be asking. Well, because in this time of fact checking, I need to do some fact checking of my own. I've told you before I'm terrible with years, things like that, and some of these things, the year, and it being the proper year, is very important. So I'm going to do a little studying. Yeah, first president to admit to a lie. Okay, that's me. So yeah, I'm going to get some facts straight. There's also some names I would like to make sure I have correct. So I'm going to do a little bit of studying before that. I'm also going to do a little better build up. You know, I noticed like it was Tuesday, like it was today, and I hadn't even put up a break on through post. And I think I ended up putting one on my page. But, you know, anyway, so I made a list today of stuff to talk about. And my list says COS a no-go. So it's a no-go today. And don't worry, when it comes, you'll know. There will be no denying that that's what we're talking about. I'm not sure if it was last week or the week before where we talked about the videos that feature Jessica White. And, you know, I thought about it a little bit after I'd got off Facebook Live, and something kind of bothered me about all that, you know, saying those things. When we introduced Uncle Goddamn to the world, was that not kind of the same thing? If I felt like if I had done anything that negatively impacted Uncle Goddamn and Pappy and all that, I would now feel pretty ashamed about it. But then I have to remember that the people that were doing the stuff and filming it was their very own family. So, and they didn't seem to mind the notoriety. But I mean, you know, I knew Uncle Goddamn and Pappy, and when they weren't, you know, raging drunk, they were really, really nice people. I enjoyed hanging out with them. I never hung out with them during any of the shenanigans. So yeah, I just kind of wondered, is it not the same thing? Maybe maybe some of you have an opinion. Put it in here, and I'll see if I can catch it. You know, old JC ain't got his reading glasses on, so it's going to be hard to see everything. But starting, I think, this coming weekend, Malcolm will be here on the ANTiSEEN Facebook page, continuing with his shoot interviews. And I think he said to me that he will have Mad Brother Ward on this coming weekend. Sunday at 5 o'clock is when Malcolm's thing comes on. He may come on here and say, you know, it's not going to be this week. But I'm telling you, this is weekend because that's what he told me. So, we also discussed me getting Zoom. I don't know, you guys are like, well, what's the big deal? You know, you got an app store, you get it. It don't work like that for old JC. No. I need tutorials, crash courses, night classes, all that kind of shit. When it comes to this new technology, I'm not very good at it. So yeah, this coming weekend, Malcolm 10th, back in the shoot interview game. Yeah, when he talks to me, we're going to discuss records. I guess he's going to pick whatever records he wants to talk about, and you know, we'll decide. You know, he'll ask me questions, or I'll tell him anything. See, that's the thing about sitting here talking by myself, and I don't catch all of your stuff you say on here when I'm trying to read it. But you know, I don't think of everything that I could say about some of these subjects, and if I had someone asking, it would take a deeper route down the old trail. But something I have failed to mention for the last few weeks, we have a new YouTube channel, and it is ANTiSEEN Official. Yeah, just go on YouTube. There's still the ANTiSEEN North Carolina, or ANTiSEEN NC, but there hasn't been any updates to that in probably 9 years, I guess. So, so this new one, what's happening is Malcolm's running this one. And Malcolm's got a lot of stuff going on. He is the Minister of Propaganda, and I'm not sure if he knew by taking on that title for this band would keep him this busy. But he's been busy. Busy guy. And he's been taking the earliest break on throughs, the ones we started, I guess, in April. And he's putting them on, trying to stay chronological. I guess it's hard sometimes, but he has been taking his shoot interviews, putting them on. He's also been scouring YouTube to find stuff that he's looking first and foremost for this lineup, the one we've got now. There you see he's got the link up right now. But he also, you know, asked me if I found any old stuff that I think should be on the page to send it to him. And, you know, you guys can do the same thing. Because I know a lot of you out there, you know a lot about our videos that are on YouTube more than I do. I don't sit around and watch ANTiSEEN videos, but Derek, you done? Oh, you got a vote. Okay, well, good, man, good. You're in line right now down there in Georgia. All right, at James Cave, you're subscribing to the YouTube channel now. James, you just asked what's up with the live album. James would be referring to Live from Quarantine. The first show that we did after the lockdowns. We did a live broadcast over Facebook. The sound was so good. The visual was so great. We got it pressed into an LP, and it's going to be it's going to be a DVD of the show, the one that we broadcast, and the show in its entirety with no edits, nothing added. If we fucked up on the broadcast, well, then the fuck up's going to be on the LP. But I think you guys are going to be really happy with it. The cover's amazing. It's some of that photography from our buddy Chris Cook. And, you know, all we got to do is be there. When Chris comes and takes pictures of it, it looks so much more professional than what we were doing originally. So yeah, it's going to be a beautiful thing. And I just got word today from Mark Rainey at TKO Records that the covers get printed on the 15th. That's 10 days from now. So I imagine sometime as that gets closer, they will run the press of the record. And they're gonna do I think the plan is they're gonna do like when we released We're Number One back in 2016. I mean, there's gonna be like a bunch of different variants of colors and patterns and swirls, and so it's not like just gonna be on green vinyl. You could buy 10 copies and probably they'd all be different. We're all looking forward to that. Alright, it's slowing down a little bit now. Hey Woody, how's it going, man? I saw Jimmy Repo's in. My main Dave Prino. Let's see, alright, I've talked about Malcolm's YouTube. Now, here's something more good news I want to tell you. I sent a copy of the 10-inch, the new 10-inch, and the Christmas record to Christian Kid down in Houston, Texas. Who's Christian Kid, you may ask? Well, he is the lead singer of a fantastic Texas band called The Hates. And it is The Hates song, Last Hymn, which was the centerpiece for this entire project. The Guyana Great rock opera, which was our side of a 10-inch record, along with Before I Hang on the B-side. And, I thought, well, there's a couple ways this can go. I'll send it to him, he'll play it, he'll listen to it, he'll think it's terrible, he'll snap the record in half, send it back to me. But it did not go that way. He instead was very kind, was very excited, seemed very honored, and made my day yesterday. I mean, man, if these guys knew how long, man, it's like when we first started, man, back in '83, I was talking about. Excuse me, guys. It's been a long day. 3:30 in the morning this time, but sorry to keep yawning. But yeah, I've been, ever since about '83, wanting to do that song. And to get his thumbs up was quite an honor for me. Let's see. Would love to hear an ANTiSEEN dwarf split. Have you got any wild stories from playing with them? Stefan, you know, you may think this odd, but it is the truth. We only played with the dwarves one time in our entire career. Now, I've seen the dwarves quite a few times. Black has come to see us most times that we are that we've ever been on the West Coast. Not every time, but most. And I've done interviews on Black's podcast, his radio show, a few years back. So, you know, a lot of respect there. But we've only played together one time, and it was in Charleston, South Carolina. It was the first show of the New Blood lineup. We had never been on in front of a live audience with that lineup, with the exception of John Bowman playing one show with us a couple months before in Germany. But that was their first gig. And it was an exciting one too. It was in Charleston, South Carolina, and bad storms that night, man. And but the kids showed up. Everybody had a good time. It was crazy. Yeah, it seems like there's a bit. You know what, Stefan? You kind of touched on something there. What I'm going to lead into is the biggest misconceptions of ANTiSEEN. Let me look for some more of your questions here. See if I missed any that need to be addressed. Yeah, Dave, you know, that's something I don't like. Yeah, Dave Preno says very solid split 10-inch. He said he hates it when one side collects dust, but both sides are killer. You know, I don't. We've done a lot of split singles, but I'm gonna be honest with you, we're not the biggest split single fans. A long time ago, when we would do them with, you know, bands that we felt were our contemporaries, it was fun. It was a way to get both of our names out, you know. But later on, it just got to where it just seemed like any split single only really helped the band that the split was with. And I know you're like, hey Jeff Clayton, why do you say stuff like that and then you don't give us no names? You know what? I'll give you a name. I'll give you a name. We were supposed to do a split with Zeke. We did do a split with Zeke, but this was before. This was something else that was planned, and the plans fell through. And it was on Zodiac Killer Records. And when Zeke pulled out, you know, we had our side ready to go. Well, you know, having the The rest is a CD, so it didn't matter if it was a record or not. It was a side, but they got one of the bands from their roster and put it on with us. And when it turns out, I mean, they were like a Zeke wannabe band. They're called Holly 750 or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it was, but that's what they're called. But I don't think they brought anything to the split. They had no name. They didn't sell any of them. We sold them all. No, I didn't care for that. And you may think it's mean to say that, but you know what? It's like sometimes you just gotta say the names, you know. And I didn't, you know, I felt like here we were gearing up for a split with Zeke, and then we get Zeke Light. I didn't like it. The only time we ever did a split where I think we were the ones benefiting was when Hank Williams III did a picture disc split single with us. It was a picture disc split single on TKO Records. I think our side was the song Fuck the Kids, and Shelton, Hank 3, did he did our song Ruby Get Back to the Hills. There wasn't a big, I mean, I don't know, maybe there was 1,000, maybe there were 500. I don't remember what the pressing was, but it was gone fast. And when you see it now somewhere on the secondary market, it goes like that. As a matter of fact, I mean, I think I have my personal one, but I don't have like a stash of. I know a lot of people that, you know, when they put out records, they have a stash of their records. Man, I don't have that. When Joe was around, and you know, we'd each get records. Joe would give away every one of his, or sell them. He'd sell everyone. He didn't have nothing. And, you know, we'd be gearing up for a tour. All right, we're going to play, I don't even know what to say. We're going to play Cop Out this time. We're going to play it from EP Royalty. Well, Joe go, well, man, can y'all make me a cassette or something? It's like, what, you don't have it? Nah, I don't have it. Barry's the same way, man. Barry just requires one copy. He just, I just need one. I don't play vinyl too much. You know, that's what his thing is, and he just likes to put the release and pull the record out and put it in a nice frame, you know, and keeps it in his at-home studio. But some guys are like that. I mean, there was a time when I used to keep a small stack of all of them, but not anymore, man. I keep one, so when me and Miss Clayton get old, and one day I say, you know, or older, I should say, when we're sitting there and I go, you know, you remember when I used to be the unimpeachable president for life? Let's take a stroll down memory lane. See if I can get one of the kids to bring them in, because I ain't going to bend down and pick them up. You know, we'll flip through them. Look like that. But, yeah, I don't have a big stash. Wish I had a big stash of those Hank 3 splits. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Stephen just says here, he just got a copy of the test pressing for his first ever vinyl record he's part of. He's very excited. Yeah, man, that first release, man, that's something. It is something. And I don't begrudge you at all for being excited about your test pressing system. Man, I used to keep I used to keep test pressings. Like, I mean, I used to keep all the test pressings. Like in a case, I just threw them in there. We would do what they were supposed to do, listen to them to get a reference, and then give the okay to the label, or I mean the pressing plant. And let's see if it's lighting up in here. There we go. And then we would, I would never reference them again. And some of the label guys go through the process of making a cover for test pressings and stuff like that, and it makes it really, really cool. And then, as I got older, I started finding people that they collect the test pressings, and and I'm just like, hey, you got any test pressings? And I'm like, yeah, I got a bunch, man. And it's like, what would it take for me to let go of them? And if they meet my price, they get them. But I feel like I got a little off subject there, but nah, man, putting out your first release is a pretty special feeling, man. Just what I did, everybody. I accidentally hit the finish button as I was scrolling up. Technology. You're correct, Jason Freeman. Technology. Oh, well. I'll get a few more of you in here, and I will continue. Man, I need to stop, man. I need to just leave this damn phone alone. I just need to, don't touch it. That's the new thing. No, it wasn't a technical difficulty. It was a damn caveman-esque finger meets delicate little phone. John Umpley wants to know if I'm going to sing for y'all. Man, I don't know. I might bust out a damn line here and there. You know how it goes. Yes, human error. All right, so I'm going to try to leave the damn phone alone. But yeah, I was talking. Stefan had mentioned, being excited about his first release, and I was just saying, yeah, his first releases are really, really a damn ego boost, Well, let's see here. What do I got to do? Biggest misconceptions about ANTiSEEN. That we do this for a living. The only time that we could have maybe done it for a living was around 93, 4, 5. Maybe. No, we've always been working class. Working class. Another misconception is that, everything this band does and presents as its image and things we do, that's all my idea. Wrong. I saw a post last week someone had posted the intro of our 30-year anniversary show in Charlotte, that we also had the Hookers and the Meat Men. Yep, that was the one. That was when it was. 30-year anniversary show. And we, for the intro music, we played is it Carly Simon or Carole King? I think it's Carly Simon. Nobody Does It Better. And the guy was giving me full credit for such a clever thing. Wasn't my idea there, cowboy. That came straight from the brain of Mad Brother Ward. When did he think of that? Like right before we went on? Nope. About 18 years prior. Yeah, he was talking about doing it, opening up a Mad Brother Ward show, and I thought it was a great idea. Fuck yeah. I don't think he ever did it. Maybe he did. I don't know. But so like I told you guys, man, some of those ideas we do, and some of the ideas we have, man, they get put into the file, you know. Might not be used for 20 years. Everything we pretty much say we're going to do, we do. We're going to do it. Might not just happen immediately when we think of it. Let's see. All right, I want to try to have a lot of stuff's going by me real fast, man. And I'm going to try to do this here. Let's see. If you can see me, I'm holding my hand like the claw here. Oh, there's our main Brian Hayes. Yeah, we're one of the bands where it hits or misses. Yep. And you know, sometimes it's all got to do with the timing. Like maybe the timing for something we come up with is not right. There's my co-worker William Troy trying to stir the pot. Don't worry, we'll get some pot stirring going on soon there, cowboy. More misconceptions that we're drug addicts and drunkards. I mean, I went through a short period where I drank. I didn't really. I guess it was off and on for maybe 6 years. Now I pulled some now. Some very embarrassing public stunts, but yeah, I was never really a drinker. Most Joe ever did. Joe didn't do anything when he and I first started the band and stuff. But later on, he pretty much just drank beer, smoked pot. Toward the end of his life, it was a lot more less controlled. Michael Dolan's congratulating me on our growing family. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, man, I got another grandkid coming. Me and Miss Clayton, her daughter, Katie, and her soon-to-be husband, Tyler, are expecting. And a little boy. His name is going to be Liam. He'll be here in March. He'll be here soon. He'll be living here at the compound for the first couple months of his life, so, you know, we'll get to show you. I don't ever get to show you guys Little Winter, because he's never here when these days happen. But let me see what somebody just said here. What's your thoughts on PC punk? And you have a... Oh, fuck, what did I do? There we go. See? All right, stay off of it. Let me just get those out of the way. What do I think of PC punk? What do I think about PC anything? Spineless. Ill-informed. Phony. No human being can live up to all those standards. I remember people used to say that about the Bible. Oh, no one can live up to that. Man, the goddamn expectations that PC punks, or not just punk, PC people have of everyone. It's just unreal. It's not achievable. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't come out of the womb back in the year 1963 knowing everything. Knowing how to knowing how to be fair to everyone and be fair for your entire life. Never making a mistake. You learn from mistakes. If you've never made a mistake, you've never learned anything. Virtue signaling. Completely what it is. Someone just asked about lo-fi off of We're Number One. That was a collaboration of me and Mad Brother Ward. Mad Brother Ward's name is coming up a lot today. We had left Tremont when it used to be our practice place because it closed down. John Hayes sold the building. And I went to the bathroom at the front of the building and I heard, can I call him Russ? Y'all know who Russ is. Russ is Mad Brother Ward. Okay. Oh, so I'm up there draining the main vein and I hear Russ play some riff. And he had thrown around the idea of a song called Lo-Fi. And it being about, you know, us being, you know, not, I don't know if it's not able, but not willing to keep up with the new generations and kind of feeling like a dinosaur in our own time. I guess we touch on that a little bit, but lo-fi was our main statement about it. It's like, you know, you got hi-fi, HD. No, it is. We're definitely not HD. You know, we're, I guess we're VHS. And if we're TV, we're UHF. Some of y'all might have to look that up. You may not know what that means. But that's what we are. We're the lo-fi. But I came up with most of the lyrics. Some were Russ's, some were mine. It was I may have even come up with a part of the tune. I'm not sure. We all kind of, though you may not come up with the tune, we all kind of talk it out. You know, how about here we make this kind of bridge or something, you know, and you know, but that's what happened. And man, we knew instantly it was. I thought it was the highlight of. I knew it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. I thought it was the highlight of the night. of we're number one. Some people think it's Fight Like Apes. And when we had that old drummer in the band, man, we played it live a couple times, but it did not work. It didn't work. Too spastic. Couldn't keep it solid. It was hard to get your cues. It wasn't until Barry took over on drums, a professional drummer, that we were able to play it, and it makes some sense. So what else is on there? 2 more songs. I remember Cousin Eddie is one I wrote about Cousin Eddie, about a cousin I had named Eddie. And I think we played it too fast. I think I tried to jumble the words in too fast and doubled the vocal, and it didn't work as good as I would like to have been. I was disappointed with that, I guess, in hindsight. At the time, I was good with it, but I guess the other one's called, I guess it's The Favors Are Over. We played that one live quite a bit. So Woodrow here says, Cupid, A Twisted Lesson is his wife's, or girlfriend, I don't know which, go-to song. Yeah, we never printed our lyrics in the records. God damn it. Here I am touching the fucking phone again. I'll stop. Man, that was one that Joe wrote. I mentioned this before, but he wrote because he had seen an interview with Faith Hill on TV, and it just like it irritated him, enraged him. You know, about her cheating on her then husband with the famous one she's married to now. I don't even know who it is, but he was just like, oh, you know, you never know when Cupid's little arrow is where it's going to land. And he's just like, oh my God. He wrote the song. I understood where he's coming from, you know, and I liked but the way he was having us play it, it was just, it was falling flat. And I remember we tried all kinds of stuff in the studio to save it, you know, and I was just like, so we worked on it until our time was up, and then as I was driving home, I'm thinking, yeah, Tim McGraw, right, Brad, is who Faith Hill is married to, and I'm driving home, and I'm thinking, man, what kind of approach can we do on this, you know? We didn't want it to be fast and hard, you know, we wanted it to be different, a different way to end the record, and what come to me was some of the songs on the Funkadelic album, Cosmic Slop. Because there's some of those, you know, they may not be on Cosmic Slop specifically, but it was fun. I was thinking of Funkadelic, where they kind of have, it might have been Parliament too, where they kind of have the songs where it sounds like the entire band is singing. And I was just like, yeah, man, you know, that's the way we got to go about this. I come back the next day, explained it to the guys, we gave it a try, and it worked. I know a lot of people say, oh, look at that song. We like doing things a little different every once in a while. You know, I mean, Guy on the Grape's a little different. Y'all gonna be hearing some different shit coming up though, boy. Ah! Oh yeah. Tyler Sloan says his favorite album is one we made with Gigi. You know, I'm glad you like it, Tyler. But when you've been together 36, we're going on year 38 now. you kind of mix it up a little bit. Yeah, see, now my main Mang and Road Dog, one-man security team, a professional mic stand taper, Brandon Yeti says atomic clock is one he likes. That's one I like. I like that a lot. I think that's my favorite one off of Obstinate. Man, me and Mad Brother Ward talked about doing a whole album like that one time. You would. Now watch out. It might happen. I don't know. I don't know what's coming. Of course, there's a whole issue of talking TKO into putting it out. But I don't know. Maybe Jackhammer Music would be interested in putting out some kind of weirdo ANTiSEEN experimentation. I don't know. I haven't talked to any of them about it. I just know me and the Mad Brother talked about it. Because, man, we really enjoy doing that kind of shit. And I'm going to tell y'all what. Malcolm's got some stuff in his hip pocket that's going to be coming out. That I'm involved with. We're all involved with. And, a lot of stuff to look forward to, man. We're working on our new studio LP, and we took some steps. We got some good stuff going for it already, and I'm really happy with the direction it's taken. William, I'm hoping we don't do a Elder. Actually, me and Barry might have thought, since it was taking so long for everyone to get their copies of the 10-inch record, that we sent them out, and it was like 2 weeks, and it was crickets. We hadn't heard nothing. Like, oh man, new record's cool, We're just like, man, they're out, they're gone. Everyone should have them by now, and I've heard nothing. Barry sent me a text. He goes, "You think maybe it's our?" And he sent me a picture of the Elder with the purple Kool-Aid man, where the hand. I said, "I don't know, man. It could be." And it just turned out that no one had got them yet. They were stuck halfway across the country. Well, to have had a few notes scattered down, thinking I was going to do this one flying by the seat of my pants. I think we've had a pretty good discussion today. Listen, people, I'm serious, man. Write me. If you think of something you want to know about, if there's something about ANTiSEEN you want to know about that I hadn't already discussed, and don't say, "Oh, do a GG." I've done a few. You got to go back and listen to them. But if there's a particular subject, example, last night I was listening to Bloody Mess. He's got a radio show that he's a DJ of, and he did an interview with Neil Smith of the Alice Cooper group. And the one thing that I would want to talk to Neil Smith about never gets discussed. Never gets discussed. You all know that Neil Smith was a member of the Plasmatics for a minute. Correct? He played drums on the Valley Beyond 1980, Beyond the Valley of 1984. He was the drummer of that record. Fast food service, all that stuff. He played on that. And if I'm not mistaken, he was also on the television performance when the Plasmatics were on SCTV. When John Candy was on there doing in the log cabin, and they did the song Prince of Darkness. And I think Neil was playing there. I don't know that Neil played on that Middle Priestess EP. I don't know that for sure. Maybe some of y'all that remember stuff remember stuff a little better than me. Maybe you know. But see, I could listen to Neil talk about being in the plasmatics for an hour. There was still some stuff that I wish that they would have touched on, but it was really good, and I was really excited to hear that. So if there's anything you guys want to talk about, write me. Well, I see Jason's got an idea right there about the Japan tour and stuff like that. But I just need ideas sometimes, because when we were going by the history, I kind of had a blueprint, but now I'm wide open. I don't know where I'm going. But I will say this. Thanks everybody for showing up today. Thanks for continuing to stay here when I hit the damn finish button. So from you to me, from me to you, we've all got to get it together before we break on through.